Hi, how you doing, everybody? This is Mr. Russo for my pre-algebra class for tonight's homework. I'm going to give you a lesson, and you're going to learn how to solve two-step equations. And then on a separate video, one second.
Mr. Meyer, please call the office. Mr. Meyer, please call the office.
Obviously, I'm recording in school. So you're going to get a quick lesson with 3 equations, 3 two-step equations, and then you're going to get a different video. At the end of this video, you have to look at the other November 17th video to find the 5 problems that you have to do for homework. And then when you come in, I'll check it, and then we'll practice some more. Okay, example number 1 is 2x plus 4 equals negative 6. So I take a look at this problem, and there's 2 things that I have to do. Normally, before, I just had maybe one step like that, and I would just subtract 4 from both sides. But now you got 2 things. In these equations, you're always going to have an adding or subtracting step and a multiplying or dividing step. So the very first thing you do is you look for where there's the addition or subtraction step. All right, so if I take a look right here, I know that's where my plus or minus is, where I'm in the middle of the 2 terms, and I always get rid of the term that does not have the x. So I look for the sign with the term that doesn't have an x, and whatever sign it has, I look to the left, and whatever sign it has, I do the opposite, because that's my adding and subtracting step. Whenever I do adding or subtracting, or the adding and subtracting step, it's the opposite sign. When I do my multiplication or division, it's the same sign. So subtract 4 from both sides. Now that's gone, and I bring down what's left over. I bring down what's left over. So I bring down the 2x. Negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10, using my integer rules. And then I bring down my equal sign. And now I have my two-step equation. From here, it should be pretty simple. Multiplication, opposite is division, divide by 2, gone. X equals negative divided by a positive is a negative. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And if you put 5 over 1, you have to know it's just 5. Circle it, done. Okay, example 2. (13 equals 10 minus 6x). Okay, the first thing I do is I establish where my plus or minus is. I know that the 10 is going to be my addition or subtraction step, because here, in between the 6 and the 10, is no plus, no minus. That means multiplication, and I do that step second. So I want to get rid of the 10. To the left of the 10 is nothing. That means it's positive, and I always do the inverse operation, which is subtraction. So I subtract 10 from both sides. Gone. And now I rewrite. I make sure I bring down the negative, the 6, and the x. Negative 6x. Bring down the equal sign. And bring down positive 13 minus 10. When the signs are different, we subtract and take the sign larger, so it's positive 3. And now from here, I know that's multiplication. The inverse is division, and I divide by the same sign. Not like addition and subtraction where it's the different sign. So divide by negative 6, gone. X equals a positive divided by a negative is negative. And I reduce here. Both of these numbers are divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Negative a half is my answer. Okay, let's try example 3. (8 minus 5x equals negative 92). Okay, first thing I do, here's my x. I know that there's multiplication here, and I know that this is the number I want to get rid of first. Always get rid of the addition or subtraction step first. So I look to the left, nothing. That means it's positive, inverse, subtract. Always the opposite sign for my adding and subtracting step. Same sign for my multiplication or division step. So subtract 8, subtract 8. That's gone. Bring down this, bring down this, bring down this. Negative 5x, bring down this. Equals these two together make negative 100. I know that I'm multiplying here. The inverse is division, division. And whenever I divide, it's the same sign. Same sign. So x finally equals, negative divided by negative is a positive. This divided by this, they're both divided or divisible by 5. So I get 20 over 1, which is just 20. Okay, those 3 examples are it. Please make sure you look for the next video for November 17th. That is your homework.